have some of the most experience on the defense right now. So just using my experience to help guide the younger guys and keep the stuff flying around.
Do you ever reach out to like some of the former Hawkeye defensive backs like Kayvon Merriweather or Cooper DeJean, any of them? Do you reach out to them for like challenges you may face or adversity or just how to handle the pressure?
Yeah, for sure. So Kayvon was my roommate my freshman year at away games and stuff, so I learned from him a lot. Cooper's one of my best friends to this day, so I reach out to him for information and stuff. Desmond King's been back this week helping us, help some of the young guys and stuff, so they've just been tremendous help on just moving the game forward.
All right, to follow up on your leadership qualities, with you being a veteran of the room in the defensive back room, are you taking a lot of youngsters under your wing and bringing them along and showing the Hawkeye standard?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So people before me, or when I was a freshman, paid into me. So that's what I'm trying to do, give back into them, help the younger guys, any sauce I can give them, any tips, stuff like that. I'm trying to help them raise their game. So when I'm done here, they step into that role.
Have you set any goals for yourself for the fall, like any interceptions, tackles, anything?
Not really, no really personal goals, but I just want to help lead this team to a championship in any way possible.
Is there any NFL defensive back that you mold your game ever, that you looked up to, growing up?
For me, I was a big Derwin James fan, so watching some of his tape and stuff, he's a great player. And then this offseason, I've had the chance to work out with some NFL guys, so I've worked out with Jesse Bates, so I've been watching some more of his tape and trying to mold my game in some of his.
Sounds good, man. Thank you. Good luck on your season.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What is kind of your mentality coming in this last year? I mean, I remember your commitment day still, so it's like that time really has come by pretty quickly, but what do you want to accomplish this year?
For me, I just want to go out and help the team in any way possible. If I got to get down and dirty, I'll get down and dirty. If I got to make a play, I'll go out and make a play. So that's what I'm really focused on, being confident in myself and just flying around and doing whatever it takes here.
This schedule is one of the more challenging schedules on paper, at least that Iowa's had in several years. Do you embrace the opportunity to play, a couple of top 10 teams and several ranked teams this year?
Yeah, for sure. So there's some tremendous teams, highly ranked teams coming in, but it's a dogfight every week. You got to go 1-0 every week just to be able to stay confident and fly around and have fun. So that's our goal. Right now we're just focused on Albany, so we're just moving forward there.
Name recognition, definitely. Do you feel a little bit of pressure coming in, knowing like there's going to be a lot of people thinking like, all right, is it going to be the next AJ? What's this kid going to produce?
I mean, of course there's pressure and stuff, but I'm just me, so I got to improve every day and practice and do what I can do.
Have you had any teammates? I was talking to Max Llewellyn, and he said that your brother was somebody that he really looked up to even when he was in high school. Do you get a lot of that, or do you hear a lot of people around the locker room kind of talking about your brother?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of guys that say that, but I mean, he's the guy I looked up to too. Whenever I was growing up, I watched his film, do all this, but yeah. Is
there any piece of advice that AJ's given you coming in? Anything that he's kind of said as good input that's helped you out in your first year here?
I mean, not really. Just said be ready for college football. I mean, it's a different game, and so, yeah.
I know it's early into camp, but what have you noticed is the kind of the biggest transition point, from the high school game to college?
I mean, just the speed of game.
Yeah.
Probably just the pace of game is definitely a difference.
How do you think you've done kind of catching up to the speed thus far?
I mean, I'm getting used to it every day. I'm just improving off that, so that's all I can say.
Do you feel like you're ready? I mean, I don't know how a lot of true freshmen feel coming in, but are you like, hey, I want to get out there on the field first game?
I mean, playing is a goal, but like I said, I'm just improving every day to try to make it. Yeah.
Thanks,
Yep.
So, okay, I don't know a lot about the Polynesian tattoos like this. Can you walk me through it, or tell me about any of the meaning behind it, or what some of the symbols might mean?
I mean, Polynesian tattoos are meant to just what do you call it? Not signify. It just means to represent the people at home, the family, the culture, and so this is basically just for my family.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's.
Is it the same as what AJ has or Eric, or is it different in any way, or is it the kind of the same one that they have?
I mean, yeah, they're very similar, but we all just we like putting our last name in the tattoo, and so AJ's wraps around here, and then my other brother has one. He has his name here.
Okay.
But once I finish mine, we'll see where that goes.
Oh, so it's not even done yet?
It's not even done yet. I'm hoping to get it finished more on the inside and down a little farther.
Do just some of the symbols in there mean anything, or is it just kind of a traditional?
I mean,
don't know.
yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that represents different things. I mean, yeah, but I'd have to go through all of it.
That's interesting. How long have you had that?
I've had this since last summer.
Last summer?
Yep.
Okay. It's still getting work
right
done.
Before my senior season.
Really? Not cool.
Did it hurt getting it?
Oh, yeah. It took 10 hours. 10 hours straight, yeah.
So no break or anything?
I mean, there's breaks to eat and stuff, but, my uncle flew down from Alaska, and so We actually did it at my house. So, I mean, I just sat up for like 5 minutes and ate some, and then right back to it.
Wait, so did your uncle did it?
Yeah, my
Really?
uncle did it, yeah.
Okay.
He's a tattoo artist in Alaska, and so he just came down to Illinois for a little bit and just tatted me up for 10 hours.
Dang. Was that the main purpose of the trip?
Yeah, that was basically
Really?
main. Well, he finished my other brothers, my middle brothers, and then he just started mine, so, yeah.
Can you explain why that is like so important to like either your family or your culture to have that as part of your body?
I mean, like I said, it just represents the culture and the family before us, and so having this on our body it's like it honors them.
How, like your dad has one similar, I assume?
He doesn't have like a full sleeve, but
Okay.
he has some tattoos about family and all that.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, senior year. Can you believe that you're getting ready for your last go around here at Kinnick?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a long ride. You know, they always talk about how fast it goes, and I'm definitely feeling that. Days are long, but fifth year, it's gone by quick.
Kelvin Bell was describing you as one of those guys that sort of like, waited in line, waited their turn. How would you describe kind of your journey as a player?
Yeah, when I came here, talk about a guy who knows little to nothing about playing defensive end. They kind of just threw me in there in high school, and I feel like I've done a good job of taking every year of just making that, making the conscious effort to growth. But yeah, I think now that I'm in this spot, I feel like I know what I'm doing.
It's funny that you talk about that. Do you feel like last year was the big leap, or was it the year before?
I think last year, in my mind, I probably could have done it. But this offseason, I really just worked on fine-tuning things to put myself in the best position this year. So I feel like this year, I've kind of brought it all together, and yeah.
Gotcha. Is a goal of yours the NFL? Is that the ultimate goal?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yep.
Yeah.
Right now, that's the goal.
Is that on your mind though, in terms of like this is my chance? It's kind of how you view it?
Right now I'm kind of focused on playing for the Hawkeyes. If that time comes, then we'll worry about that later.
Gotcha.
When I look at the depth chart for the D-line, it seems like that's about the deepest spot on this team right now. Just so much experience coming back. Is that how you guys feel? Like, super comfortable coming into the year, just knowing what's expected of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, especially with the transfers, that's all it's done is just added depth to the room. So I feel like, we feel good in that spot.
When I come up on you, I'm like, is this Jennings Dunker I'm looking at? Do you feel like you're imitating his look a little bit, or did he steal your look, or what?
I think, Dunk definitely got the better mustache. I can only hope to have a mustache as good as his, but yeah.
Gonna grow the hair out too, or no? Is that what you're saying?
No, Dunk's got that look.
Max, are there guys that you've watched, like previous Hawk edge rushers, or like Drew Ott or Adrian Claiborne, or anybody that you go back and like watch and trying to emulate some of what they did successfully?
Yeah, I think a guy who's really talented, especially with the pass rush, is Iose Epenesa. He's got some really good film. But yeah, I've definitely gone back and looked at guys like him and Anthony Nelson, guys like that.
I know Iose.
They're getting a lot of reps right now because some DBs are banged up, but yeah, they're bringing the energy, trying to compete and work every day.
And you've had a lot of, you've trial by fire early in your career.
Mm-hmm.
So does that help you kind of know how to mentor guys that may experience that this year?
Yeah, definitely. I tell them not to get down on themselves. Like, plays are going to happen. It's just about how you respond. And, you can't think about it the last play. You got to think about the next play that you can make.
Is this the best defense that you think Iowa's had since you've been here?
Man, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'll just say I'm excited about the defense. I feel like we got a lot of young and hungry guys, guys that maybe not have been waiting their turn and waiting their time to go out there and let it out on the field. So I'll just say I'm excited about this year's defense, definitely.
Thanks, TJ. Good chat. In terms of the race for those two cornerback spots, how would you say it's shaping up so far?
It's shaping up pretty cool. Everybody's competing every day. Everybody's getting a lot of reps. Everybody just showing what they can do, and everybody brings a different aspect of their game to our defense. So everybody, it's a good battle, and it'll go well to the end of camp.
From the receiver room, what have you seen from them?
Definitely an improvement. They're competing some more. Man, they're coming out with some plays, some routes, and they really worked on their craft this summer too.
Can you tell as a defensive player, like, what Mark Gronowski's like as a QB? Are you just like out in practice feel like, boy, this guy's really challenging us this year?
Yeah, you know, me and Mark, we go back and forth. He actually owes me a dinner right now. You can ask him about that. But no, yeah, he definitely brings a competitive nature. Some throws that he makes I'm like, okay, that was a pretty good throw. You know, I don't really like to give too much credit. I like to talk my mess, but no, he's definitely a great player. I'm glad to have Mark on our team.
Something happen in practice, he lose a bet, or you just pick him off, or what leads to somebody owing a guy dinner?
Yeah, you know, he didn't think I was gonna get a pick off him, and you know, one of the days I happened to, and I was like, hey, you know what we said, so you know, he owes me a little dinner. I don't know, I might take him to Joseph's, you know, a little steakhouse, or maybe a little something more expensive, you know, run up the tab.
Yeah, it's QB, he can afford it.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your necklace? What's that? Is there any story behind that? Or?
You know, it was an inspiration. You know, I'm a DB, so I wanted like something with a lock, and then it's like the world inside it, and then it says take over. You know, I'm trying to take over this year, take over the season. So that, you know, that's just kind of like a mindset I want to have, you know, as far as DB and going this year and dominating for the year and, you know, helping our team be the best we can be.
Yeah, you know, I think it's just, you know, at Iowa, it's always just been an each one, teach one program. And, you know, it started with guys like Jack Campbell passing it down to Jay Higg, and then Jay Higg passed it down to, you know, Jaden Harrell. And I'm just excited to see Jaden Harrell, Carson Shire, and Jackson Rexroth take this big leap this year. You know, they've been playing on special teams for quite some time, and I'm just excited for this opportunity to take the field with them. You know, I've been a 2 myself with them for quite some time, so it's kind of nice to be out there. It definitely feels like home playing with the same Mike, Leo, and Will, so it's definitely nice. I'm excited to see what they do, for sure.
You getting some run at cash?
Yes.
Is there a spot that you prefer outside the back end, or do you like being a little bit up closer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care where I'm at. I just like tackling people and guarding receivers if I'm being transparent. So, you know, I'm just excited to just get out there, play some more football. You know, I was kind of just a dime guy last year, so, you know, however I find myself on the field is just another opportunity. So I'm excited.
So how's that transition been, trying to get some work there? Because you see the reputation that the cash does have since they implemented.
Yeah. No, it's not a crazy transition. You know, I've been playing, you know, strong, free, and cash since my freshman year. So, you know, it's just been a work in the work. So I'm just trying to, you know, try and get better each and every day and kind of study the masters. You know, there's guys like Castro, Dane Belton, you know, Cooper DeJean. The list goes on of the amazing players who played before me. So I'm just trying to follow in their footsteps and hopefully lead the Jersey in a better place.
From a defensive standpoint, when you're watching Mark, what stands out about his ability?
Yeah, no, I think Mark, he's a tremendous leader. You know, he came in here, you know, didn't demand anything from the team. Just, you know, came in, worked his tail off. You know, and he's a great runner. He makes great decisions, and he does a great job of extending the play, which, you know, I think it kind of allows us to practice more on that on the back end and just kind of have to cover a little bit longer. So that's definitely an advantage he has for sure.
It seems like you've got a little bit more going on in the neck, at least right now.
For sure. I mean, I came in here at 207, and I'm 235 right now. Okay. They put on the weight quickly on me, so I needed it, and it was a good thing. So,
what's the key to putting on weight? How do you do that so fast?
It's just trusting in the strength conditioning program. Just coming in with the right mindset and eating the food that they provide us and the shakes they provide us and all that. Just diving in on that, it was really took off.
Any food in particular that you've really leaned on?
The shakes are pretty good. I like those. Iowa Chop House. I like Iowa Chop House. Their mac and cheese is really good.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was talking to DJ Vanami, and he was saying, what do they call it? Core 42 or
Core Power.
Core Power. Okay,
42
he was
grand.
saying he's like doing 3 of those a day.
Yeah. Those are when I started coming here. I actually had those in high school too.
Okay.
And I would always go to Casey's and stuff and get those. And when I first got here, I was down in those too. I mean, I would put on the weight like that. So.
Really.
Yep.
Still, I mean, linebacker is your main position here. Yeah. Do you feel like, I mean, this year there's so much like room for somebody to step up a linebacker just with the amount of talent that was lost to the draft and everything. Do you feel like you're a guy who's maybe going to see the field a lot more this year? I mean, has that at least occurred to you, or are you thinking that at this point?
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of guys that in our room that have an opportunity to go out there, and all of us are capable of doing it. But we just dive in on the little things. And, I mean, Coach Wallace puts us in the greatest position out on practice. I mean, he's going to put the right people out there. And I think there's a lot of us that could be out there at one point, and I think we'll all do well.
Does that feel like that's kind of coming in whirlwind? I mean, you were just playing high school track just about a year and a half ago, and now here you are getting ready to maybe play some D1 football.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But, I mean, I was prepared for it. I mean, came in a little undersized, but I mean, I looked up to the challenge and overcame it a little bit and put on the weight and ready for the physicality that comes with the game and ready for it.
Does Williamsburg hold the record for most guys on the Hawkeye roster this year? There's no other high school that has 3 dudes on the team, is it?
Yes, we do. Yeah. So, I mean, that's super cool, too. Grateful for Rayce and KGAN to be here. So, I mean, it's cool to have 2 guys that I can lean on, and it's super cool.
I imagine that, you know, anybody who makes the Iowa roster obviously means a lot to them, but for guys who grew up just whatever you are, like 20 minutes from the stadium or so, I have to imagine that it means a little bit more to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think it means a little more to us, but I mean, we're also all grateful for the opportunity to come here, and just right down the road, it's a great opportunity. I mean, you can go back, see your family when you need to, and they can come see you when they need to. So, I mean, it's great being down the road 30 minutes. So, yeah.
Were you at a lot of games growing up, or did you come to many games at Kinnick?
I wasn't. No, I actually went to a lot of Iowa State games. My aunt cheered there, so my grandparents took me to a lot of games. So,
really?
But once I came, first game was the Penn State game in 18 or 19 when we upset them. I came with a buddy, and I was like, wow. And the culture here is different from everywhere else, so that was one of the biggest things why I chose here in the development of the players and stuff like that. So,
does that give you excitement about making your first trip then to Jack Trice?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I'm ready to go play in there and ready for the season. So,
when did you find out you were going to be in the Freaks list? What are you hoping to
I didn't even know. I don't even know about it. I guess I'm not following yet.
Oh, the Freaks list on The Athletic, you were on that list, top 100 Freaks in college football. Did you have any idea about that?
I didn't.
You know nothing about this? Nobody mentioned anything?
Nope.
Yeah. Like for all your accolades that you've done in the weight room or whatever, they put you on this list.
Okay. I guess I didn't know about that. I didn't really know it was a thing. I guess I give a lot of credit to the strength staff and all the people pushing me in there, my teammates, you know, we do max outs and stuff, and they're all around and they get us going, they get the adrenaline flowing, so I can give a lot of credit to them for sure.
What of those things that you've gotten on the wall already is your most impressive?
It's not the end all be all. I just try to come in and give my all every time, and I don't try to worry about things that are put up on the wall. It's just kind of an added bonus, I guess.
How does tell me about being coached by Seth Wallace and what that's like?
Oh, it's great. He pushes us every day. He pushes me and my teammates, to be the best we can possibly be. He's got a lot of knowledge as far as football. He's coached a lot of really, really good linebackers. So it's great having him around to teach us the game of football and how to be a great linebacker.
Were you watching the Ravens game last night? Did you get a chance to see
I
Jay's pick?
wasn't. I know we heard about it this morning, and we saw, obviously reruns of it. But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing him get out there and get a pick.
Was it even impressive? I'm like, that's the easiest interception I think I've ever seen a linebacker get.
Yeah, people were kind of joking about that, but it's still cool. To see him get out there and do his thing. He was really good here. To see him do it at the Ravens, and it's pretty cool.
Is the weight room, is that an area where you've always excelled? Like going back to high school or even middle school, is that something you've always really put a lot of work in?
I've tried to lift pretty hard and put my full effort into the weight room. I think that. Iowa has a very great strength and conditioning program. And I'd say when I got here, I really improved a ton because of what they offered. How they do it.
Being just from right up the road, I have to imagine you grew up a Hawkeye fan. Is that safe to assume?
Yeah, I'm 50 minutes away, so I've always been a Hawkeye fan.
Any specific memories growing up? I don't know if you went to a lot of games or any Hawkeye players or anything that stand out as somebody that was like a favorite growing up?
And I've been to a few Hawkeye games before I came here, obviously, but there was always a lot of players you watch and you kind of hope to be someday. There was a lot of fun games that I've watched, a lot of really good players.
Any Hawkeye in particular that you wanted to model yourself after or emulate in your career here?
No, I try to just come out and be my own player and just become the best version of myself and the best possible player I can be.
last year. I mean, you were not committed to the Hawkeyes until what, like last November or so that you committed?
Yeah, it would have been late November.
Got to feel a little bit like a whirlwind for you. Just tell me about this last year and what's it like to be actually in the black and gold now.
It's a great feeling to be here. I always grew up an Iowa fan and always wanted to come here to play football, so it's a dream come true.
How much did Caden Legion help with that recruiting process getting you over here?
I mean, I've always known Caden. I hang out with his younger brothers, and I've been to their house a lot. So, just being close to him and knowing him has definitely helped.
I know that it's special to join a roster like this, but for a guy that lives so close to Iowa City, I have to imagine it means a little bit more. What were maybe some favorite Hawkeye memories growing up, or did you go to a game that's like stands out for you?
I came to the Ohio State game. It was when they upset them, 2017.
Really?
That was a great game. That was awesome. I loved being there.
What have you learned, or I mean, has it been like just whirlwind picking up on things so far, or like what's a big thing that you feel like you've learned since being on campus?
It's a lot. You got to pick it up. You got to learn fast. You got to focus on yourself, focus on your teammates. Everybody's doing it together. So being a team is the best part.